All right, we should be up and running. And we're going to get a move on. We are running quite behind today. We have got a fly down. Let me just see how things go here. Going to be some spotty, um, going to be some spotty coverage here for a little while as we get going because we got to go through some rural areas quickly. We have a good chance at some serious weather today, but we are very far behind. Make sure our live stream is coming through. Yep, we're coming through. All right. There is a lot of instability today, but a lot of uncertainty as to when and where. So we are about 2 hours north of the target area, um, or 4 hours, depending on what happens. So we've got a lot of precipitation. Find myself here. Got cords everywhere, trying to get out the door in a flurry. We had to get some things done at the house, but just sort of a lowdown. There is a storm that's going through northern Illinois right now. And what we're looking to see is if there is um, significant heating after this line goes through and storms redevelop and they're able to maintain a discrete nature, they will become supercells and rapidly start rotating because there's a lot of shear. The lapse rates are very good right now. And there's just a lot of instability. So I think that our job will be to get down to northern Illinois as soon as possible. I think they're going to issue another tornado watch that's going to kind of cover Peoria. And in Galesburg area, it is kind of the target. We're going to put in Peoria, Illinois, and see what she says here. If that's even a possibility, we're going to be getting down there right. We might have to adjust and go a little bit further east depending on if and when these storms fire. So you see, it is already dark here in central Wisconsin. As much as it is kind of a bummer for people that had outdoor plans, and the precipitation right now is probably going to keep. I don't know why my screen keeps going dark. Um, is going to keep the storms from spreading further northward because the precipitation and everything keeping the cloud cover the way that it is will probably keep us from encountering anything that's more than just your regular old severe storm here. So we'll probably drive through a little precipitation to get to I-39, and then we're just going to beat our feet down south as fast as we can, see if we can interact with some of this weather. It may be too late. I don't know. I really don't have a precise understanding of what the timing's. Nobody really knows exactly when the timing is going to be. But we're just seems like everybody's converging sort of anywhere between um, Madison and Galesburg. I think that's probably the biggest area for concern. There's just a triple point there. I mean, there was a storm system that has gone through already, and that's leaving a boundary behind. And so any storm that can stay by itself and can kind of, we call it latching, but it can just literally just hook to that boundary and get fed. There's plenty of updraft. There's, I mean, there's going to be a lot of inflow. It's going to be rapid. So, I mean, there is potential for a tornado outbreak pretty much anywhere south of Madison, down all the way through Lancaster, um, further south into Illinois. My suspicion is that we're going to have a few tornadoes, and it's going to be like it was last night, kind of harder to pick a storm. And the other downside is that these look to be sort of, well, and you can just see the surface wind is still already just cooking. The downside is going to be the needing to pick a storm. And that's kind of where we were yesterday. And we picked the right storm, just not in the right spot. And I put a video on my homepage of when a tornado landed literally, I don't know, somewhere between 100, probably about 100 yards to my north. And when that happened, I mean, it was just the rain curtains were just so intense and the wind was so intense. We were in the RFD, and it was just kind of a weird storm, weird setup, and so we just had to sit and just hope that there was, and it wasn't wobbling, so I wasn't too concerned, but it was too close to really get anywhere, and you could barely make it out in the rain, and it was that close. So, I mean, these kind of storms are extremely dangerous if you really just don't even know what you're looking for, because you can literally be driving, and within less than 30 seconds you go from safe to in a tornado. And we were kind of in that, in the rotation, the broad rotation, not in the actual tornado itself physically, but in the rotation of that. And that is, it's not really where you want to be. Um, I was betting on being able to get in front of it, and it didn't work out the way I wanted, unfortunately. The only reason that I made that wager was because I did not see hail, and that's probably going to be a little bit different with some of these storms today. If there's a big hail core in it, you can't do that unless you want to replace every panel on your vehicle. So we can scooch a mooch down and get down to Highway D. We're gonna hope that some of the models show ideal for us getting down there right at the right time. Probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock. If there are some cells that are able to stabilize, well, to become stable to root in and really give us some time to get to it. We'll in the northern sector of the risk area. I think we'll do well. I had a lot more time this morning to think about what the models were showing, and so I took some time and just ran all of them. And there's no, I guess I want to say there's no conclusion. There's no certainty in where it's going to be. So we're just going to do our best to get you guys to see some weather. We're going to see some weather one way or another, but hoping to. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the I would say overall, okay. Yes, yes. A suit, a suit and a shirt, and obviously his dry clothes that he wore there. So, I mean, it was okay. Like the handoff was okay. It just was a matter of like the girl was, I don't know. I asked for a name tag. I'm like, does he have a name tag? No. She said no because he was here in the middle of the day yesterday. And I said, oh, so that disqualifies you from a name tag? And she just kind of looked at me blankly. Like what the heck? Like why can't you just simply make one real quick? But it just wasn't happening. Sure. I don't know. It's silly. It's silly. If she was a kid, it was a kid, like a teenager. And she was not about to like be helpful to me. So I was like, okay. She didn't, because no, it was a kid. It was like a teenager. Because I was like starting to put stuff down. She's like, those bags need to have so I don't know, some kind of band. And then she goes, the swimsuits don't go in the same spot as the lunch bags. And I'm like, oh, like, well, that would be good to know. You should probably label the baskets. Um, I mean, she's just being a little snatch. So I don't, or I shouldn't say that word. She's being a poop. And like super intense. It was just like I couldn't get to where I wanted to go because it was that intense. And so we can have a conversation. I don't know how well it's in my earbud. That's my microphone. So I don't know how well like the car because you're on the car phone and I don't know how well that interacts with the um I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll have to listen to it. But anyways, so I am anyways, I was not in a good position yesterday, and that was very frustrating because I was right there. I was right on the right place at the right time, but just the problem was this couple in this Jeep, they just kept stopping and stopping, and I, like they had graphics on their Jeep, so I assumed they were some kind of storm chasers, and I was like, how do you not know you need to like really move right now? And um, anyways, I caught back up with them after that went through, and we pulled a couple of trees off the road together. Um, and and then I followed them for a little bit longer, and they pulled over so I could go around because like I'm like you got to be like that was a situation where a 90 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour go time, not 40. Um, because the tornado was moving at like 40 miles an hour, so you can't just you can't do that anyways. So there was just like they were older couple, probably in their 50s I'm guessing, and they had a pretty dressed up Jeep. Um, but yeah, it was. I told him, I'm like, man, I was worried for you guys because I barely got out of the main area of circulation when that thing dropped, and I mean, there was a house like right there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like what's gonna happen to this house? And so I had to back up and move down the road. And so after it went through, I went back around to check that house, and it was okay. It was just scary because I knew there were people inside, and um, I can't imagine it didn't just hit the house, but it if it did, it just must not have done much damage. So I was like ready. I had my med kit ready, like, okay, this is not going to be good, and turned out to be okay. Thank God. Oh, you still with me, babe? Amber? Oh, okay. So yeah, I think your coffee should be there. I think you should have coffee and tea. We're having a party. Maybe it's all of those things. Don't you don't 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 you think that don't you think that the truth is kind of like it's all of those things? Yeah, so what's happening now is there's this band of rain and precipitation that's gone through, and they even had a couple of severe storms already, but there's going to be this like clearing that happens after the storms go through, and I just don't think that's going to happen here. I think we're like on Wapaka is on the border, so I don't know that the skies are going to clear enough because that cold front is dropping right south, and I think we're thankfully everything, all of our area is going to be on the cold side. So, but everything on the warm side, basically like from Adam's place, Adam and Emmy's down to like Peoria is going to be. This is the highest um, it's been all year for potential um, significant, Sig 2 tornado in, with the lines and crosshatches. It's like as big of tornadoes as they'll probably predict. So that means like could be EF3 plus today, um, if I get there in time. So I might have to try and catch up. I don't know, but yesterday, what got me was I was going through just the corner of Missouri, and there must be some sort of like army base there. And I got behind this convoy of army trucks that could like really only go 50 miles an hour. And there's just no way to pass them because there's a line like half a mile long. And so it was just, yeah, frustrating. Mommy's trying to stop me from talking. It's not a Roku. That's why you got to go into your phone and open the Vizio app. That may work. That will probably work. Yes. Okay, then try the universal TV remote that Ivor put on there. You wanna watch Daddy? Is Toy Bluey better than Dad? Okay, that sounds like a fair deal. Oh, I forgot to grab the case of it. Shoot, for the little package of it. I need to get around this game. Oh, I can hear you fine. You're coming through just fine. Yep. It's really humid though. Yeah. Should get some thunderstorms for sure. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Just trying to have it as turnkey as possible before I got on the road. Oh, we'll see if I can make up the difference here. Are they happy birds? Yeah, that would be nice. So, how long do they say it takes? 2 weeks? Yeah, they will. Yeah, they uh I wish they wanted to do more there. But I mean, it's getting better little by little. It's just some of the people that there's like scud bombs all over. so many people that have screwed it up for everybody else, kind of including some of the people that you're working with now. Yeah, I don't know. You might have to email the person, and because they used to it used to be you emailed the application, which I think the email address is on the application. So we might have to email them and say, hey, just check in the status of this application. I'll find the application on my computer somewhere. I don't see any police there. Gonna say not there. Means they're hiding somewhere else. It would be sheriff. It, it would come from the sheriff's office, so or Wapaka County or something like that. It wouldn't be jail because it's the sheriff's office that makes the decisions. Sad that they make you go through so many hoops to minister to people in jail. Yeah, it's just striking to me, like the fact that there's no like, oh, you go outside and work out or anything. It's you never get any light of day. Doesn't seem right to me. Right. Yep. Yep. Yeah, there's different pods. Well, they'll yeah, what they do is like if there's a pod, I think there's like maybe three pods of guys and two pods of girls, and so if one pod, if someone's misbehaving, they'll punish them by saying nope, no groups this week. And like what they don't understand is like if they gave them more opportunity to have groups and one-on-ones, like the more they can keep them occupied and connected, like the better they're going to behave. It's just they just don't understand it, and that's so frustrating to me. Yep. Yeah, usually, because they are being exploited, whether it's by boyfriend or a dealer or even just self exploitation to get what they need. Um, so you've got a lot of that. And then you've also got a lot of, like Callista, like I'll take the rap for my boyfriend crap, um, which, like, I don't know, in my mind, I just don't understand not pursuing that boyfriend, like, legally. Like, I don't know. I feel like the cops kind of know, but like they'll take the rap because the boyfriend might already have a felony or something like that. And it's just bad. The answer is yes. Same with city names. Yep. Yeah, I will when I once it's done, then it takes about a day for it to process, and then I go back and edit. But the main, I just edit audio, or if there's, yeah, yeah, I don't usually. Right. Yeah. Yep. It's pretty overall. It's pretty easy just because the program that I use, you can see the sound, the wave format, and so um, you only have to look at the parts where there's talking instead of having to watch the whole thing. I might have edited out. Dear God, please do not let this thing change course last on my video last night. Yeah. I don't know. Singing. I don't know about singing. That's something I can do. Yep. Just yeah. Yeah, there's a number of different sources that sing the Psalms, and they sing like what am I gonna say? Like the Sermon on the Mount, things like that. Oh wow, these clouds look like the Rocky Mountains. Toy Bluey. Mm. What are you silly beetle bugs doing? Tweedle dum bugs? What? Didn't find us at HH? Are you talking about HH? Well, because they probably, I don't hate to be that guy, but they will get sued if they don't. It's funny to think, yeah. Well, they equal rights for men now is a thing. Who would have thought? Why can't we just knock this junk off and be normal people? It's because we don't believe in God. We don't have any sort of like true north on the compass. All this stuff that goes bananas around you. This should be interesting. This should be interesting. This is like, as far as I know, this is the highest threat level there's been all year anywhere in the United States. But um, unless this cloud cover breaks, I'm struggling to understand how it's going to all work. It's level 4 out of 5. 15% Sig 2 tornadoes. Well, the best, most reliable, yeah, the best source for that kind of stuff is probably YouTube. If they like to watch somebody chase, there's a lot of different streams out there. Besides this one, I recommend Brandon Kopic because he keeps the language clean and prays before and after the stream, and um, just generally is willing to stop and help people. Um, then there's like the Reed Timmer, who's the um, I don't know, reminds me very much of Nicholas Ball, our friend there, and a lot of he's very ADHD, so sometimes it's hard to watch. But that, and then the there are a lot of people on YouTube that do like really in-depth discussions about what all the little things that you see on the weather map mean, and can teach, they can teach young people how to, like we were doing on the whiteboard, teach young people how to forecast, understand what's needed in order for these storms to really go, and what all the different things mean. And YouTube is just full. And then the WeatherWise app is probably like the best for like actively watching weather. And then Weatherfront is probably the best for looking at all the models. So they have basically computer generated models that take all the data and then guess what is going to happen. And on the new Weatherfront app, they're all put in one place so you can lay them on top of each other and things like that. It kind of reminds me of like textual criticism, like they did with the Bible, where they laid all the manuscripts on top of each other, and then where the overlap is, that's where you can kind of put money in the bank. But unfortunately, today all of those models are all over the place. So everywhere basically from Madison to Missouri, and it's like I think the National Weather Service probably has um, the best handle of it. But that's the where I go like the first thing in the morning and several times during the day is just spc.noaa.gov, and that's where like they give you that levels of risk and how significant the weather might be and where it's going to be and oftentimes when, and then they issue the discussions about weather all day long, and they'll those mesoscale discussions that they issue can kind of give you an idea of where the watches are going to be before the watches even come out, and then you know a little bit more in depth on where to look for warnings. But it's a lot to digest. I would be tomorrow. While we're together, we could just do it. I don't really have any other answers or resources, and I nor do I have the bandwidth after getting home at 2:45 in the morning. So yeah, we or on the drive we could share earbuds or something. Yes, I can do it right now. I don't have all the things that I need emotionally to do a good job. I just think just let it go right now and see how much it persists. That that person is just looking for us to fix it for them, each aware. Just looking for us to fix their problem, and we can't. It's just not something we can fix because they don't actually um, follow through. So, like, yep, gets desperate enough. Yep, yes, that, yep, 3 or 4 times. It's sort of like names. Yeah. Um, it's the same. It's the same circle, like with JI, and it just goes in circles. That's the can't, I'm not sure what it's like. I'm not sure what it's like there. I'm trying to think of the name of the term that um like a psychologist would use. I think it's like hour burrows. Um, it's the representation of the snake that's eating itself, like the circle that just never ends. Um, And it's like sort of the definition of insanity. It's just because it's so circular and it's doing the same things, expecting different results, and it just nothing changes until that person's ready to get out of the arboro. It is. I invite anybody that does not believe in hell to spend time with folks that are stuck in that. No, not with the time that's left. It's not your burden to bear. You just end up being used. Can we talk about that later? I can't today, but we can talk about it later. The answer is yes, we will, but yeah. Yep, sure he is. And lunch should be ready in about 15 minutes or 20, no, maybe 30 minutes. 20, 30 minutes, somewhere in there. Yeah. I'll call him. We could email and ask them if they want to be a sponsor. At least, yeah. Hi, Tweedledog. Hi, Tweedledog. Jelly baby? Yeah. Well, well, send them an email and tell them to sponsor me. Wait, wait. And he's just learning and exploring his little hands, try and find the best place to maybe the next stop to top off the tank and get something to drink so that can push south. So he's a gummy baby, not a jelly baby. Yeah, no hair. I had never even heard of such a thing until that day. Yep. I think I think they're coming on Sunday, so can hold them then. Um, well, I don't want you to spend a whole day, but if it's something you enjoy doing, I don't mind you doing it. Yeah, yeah. Give us a sponsorship. Hold on just a second. Boy, it is. Oh, I didn't? Did I tell you that there was a semi that got blown over by that um like derecho or whatever that was when I was on my way yesterday? Did I tell you about that semi that got blown over on its side? When I was in just south of Dubuque, I think. Um, I stopped and parked and took video of the. It was kind of like a derecho, just a big bow echo of wind. It was like 80 miles an hour. So I stopped in a side road and filmed it. Then I got back on the highway, and when I got back on the highway about 2 miles up, there was a semi that was completely on its side. That wind just blew it right over. I don't know. They had a lot of fire department folks there, so I didn't stop because I didn't want to get in the way. Yeah, there are a lot of police and firefighters, so yeah, it was fun, but ultimately not particular. Never a big. Um, Trying to think of what I want to say. Yeah, I'm just gonna head that way. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I loved it in a lot of ways, but it wasn't necessarily the most healthy hobby slash profession. Yep, it doesn't matter to me. Okay. No. Oh, well, I think the only thing that you can do is the, like all you can do is give resources. No, finding somewhere to live, is going to be top priority. So it's unfortunately it is what it is. I mean, it's shelters and things like that that's just right. I know, but the immediate need is somewhere to sleep. Right. Never has in all these years. Right. Right. Yeah. Just about. Just, nope. Not yours to carry. It's very hard. It's the hardest part about this kind of work. No. Nope. I think that there's some yes. Yes, there no, I know them. I just know, and I think it's not a good I don't think it's a good thing. It's not safe. It's not safe. Yeah. Um yeah, I mean, if it's like while you're there doing something to be able to help her out in her world, that's one thing, but not for them to be left um while we go somewhere. I would not do that. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. So an excuse not to work. Yep. Yeah, you have to apply for it. Not really, no. Not unless you're on Section 8 housing. Yeah, I know. That's it's because other people, other organizations that were meant to do that have dropped the ball substantially. And so they just think that we can do everything when we can't. I don't think so. The DVR thing, you can suggest it. I'm thinking that it's probably already been tried, but you can suggest it. All right, this is where I gotta get. There's a Loves here, so I'm gonna stop and whoa, these people are like, stop stopping. Holy cow! I gotta stop at the Loves and get the gas because it's $1 more if I end up going into Bears country. The ones up north aren't as good at that. I don't know, like they just don't have much stuff like the ones down south. I've stopped at this one a number of times for gas and getting ready. The downside is if you get behind a semi like this, it takes forever. Oh, I got such a late start here. Oh, don't. Ladies getting on the highway with one of those little rinky-dink donut tires. That's a horrible idea. On the front is even worse. Los Autos. There we go. All right. I love you guys. I'll call you when I'm on the road again and settled. I'll talk to you soon. Love you all from the Loves. God bless you. Jill. Yep. Jill P is working with Phoenix. Yes. Hang on. I got to see if this thing is not if it's just offline or what. It's like the gas pumps are restarting or something. Sorry. Look. Yes. Names. Yep. Yeah, probably. Phoenix Mobility. It's the catch a ride thing. Yes. I don't know if they don't get these pumps up and running here soon. I'm gonna have to go. All right, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go inside and get my stuff first. I love you. I'll call you back soon. Love you. Bye bye. Yeah, their power was out because of. Just gonna make sure that's working. That's yeah, that's linked up. Hi. Oh, I'm not feeling anything. Hang on. Sorry. Um, yeah, their power went out here from the high winds. It's been one of those kind of days. Where did I stick? See if I can find my hat. Getting home at two and not two. I got home at like 2:45 and just didn't have time to resituate anything, so everything's a mess. Uh, 5:30. $1 million? It's the slowest gas pump on God's green earth right now. I can't. I'm behind the ball already. Starting behind the ball. Yes. Although yesterday I thought I was quite a ways ahead of the game, and I ended up 10 hours away. That was such a crazy day. Yesterday was just crazy. Um, I It's like yes and no. I appreciate the opportunity to help people, and I appreciate the opportunity to like passionate about. But sometimes you go like this year has just been this long stretch of 10-second tornadoes and not being able to get what I came for. Like this isn't too bad because it's only a few hours, but yesterday was like a really long haul for um what I saw. There were some like some pretty things, pretty weather things that I captured. I've got to go back and go through my recordings and highlight those. But I think all this moisture that's in the air right now, it's going to be hard to not have the high precipitation. Um, like Milo and Ivor and myself should be able to do that pretty easily. Where are they taking me here? Off into the wilderness. Sometimes I don't know if Waze is telling me the truth or not. Yeah, the Waze app. Yeah. Like in some sense, it's like really nice because it's crowdsourcing. So if there's an accident or a police officer or like people report constantly, so there's a lot of users. But sometimes when it picks ways for you to go, I don't think it thinks it through very well. I don't know. Come on, truck. We gotta go. I didn't think you were taking anything new recently. I mean, I know the NSAID stuff, but I don't know anything other than that. The line of cars. How far do I have to go? Half a mile at 50, 60 miles an hour, 30 seconds. Ugh, drives me batty. Well, I'm gonna listen to Waze and see which ways we go. The downside of it is just that it will take you on these crazy rural roads, and you do save a few minutes here and there, but those are the roads that don't have the greatest service. Yep. Hang on just a second. Um, Hang on just a second, please. Okay, so that really I would need to talk with um the two people that helped me work there. Well, that's nice of them. Um, yes. So I need to talk to the two people that work with me because I know that it can be it probably will be a in-depth discussion, be a little triggering for some. Yep. Right. Yep. I'm not going to be able to do it. It's not going to get an answer tonight. So, right. Yep. Correct. Language, and it's true. It's an utter mess. Yep. That's up to you. I'm not going to be home to clean it. Lots of trees down. No. Yep. Detours. Gotta love it. No. Did you share anything? Oh, I don't know. Don't know the answer to that one. No, I just don't. Sorry. Where I'm going here. Mm, interesting. Turn that off. That's why. Okay. I'm going to have to do some navigational stuff here, so I have to go. But I will call you back when I get things sorted out. Okay. Love you guys. Love you. Love you, buddy. Bless you. Bless you, buddy. Bless you. Bless you, buddy. Talk to you soon. I will. See you soon. Bye bye. CG's on that thing already. It's only 70 degrees. Dang you ways for all of your ways. Just need to sort some things out with navigation here and try to avoid driving into some of these bigger storms right now. Not dangerous at this point in time, just a little bit of lightning and some wind, but so yeah, some pretty good CGs, as you can see. OP, OP, Highway P. Okay, so where is this freaking thing taking me? Ah, only I had a map. 153 south, 61 south for 73 miles. Always, I hope you're right. That's all I can say. I hope you're right. Oh, I see some clearing over there. The holy hand grenade of windmills. I locked them down today. Windmills that generate power. There's a conception that they would do better on windy days, but they actually do worse on windy days. Let's just see here. 45. I'm not sure how this could possibly be faster, but I'm not a computer yet. We're not computers yet until the AI overlords come and get us. Your AI vehicle drive you to the best. I'm going to have to report this Mr. Police Officer here. No, no, never mind. It's not. It just looks like it is. Tricky. Tricky. My goodness. Where has the time gone? 2 o'clock. I feel like I just woke up. I guess I just laid down 12 hours ago. Well, not quite. 11 hours. No. Yeah, about 11 hours ago, I guess. I'm supposed to be going straight. There's no like, oh, there it is. Okay. That's the straight stop bar. I can't imagine how this is faster. All the comforts of home. Like, how are we going to get going here? And get cars piled up behind me and get mad at me that I'm not turning. Seems like a risky endeavor here in order to be able to be doing that. These cells off to the west are going to be high precipitation, big time. If we could get moving here, that would be great. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Can't believe this is faster. It does not compute. Yeah, here, 69 degrees. Yeah, these probably are not going to have much energy to do anything. Springfield Corners. Oh my goodness, the 5 minute stoplight's finally changing. My modem is really struggling today. 16 miles. Hopefully not through a bunch of towns. Traffic is snarled in Madison. That's probably why it's pulling me this way. navigational challenges and etc. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think we'll make it down there before the storms fire off, or right as the storms? I think it's going to be like right at initiation, and I may have to adjust my direction and cut more east. But I'm trying to split the difference right now. Thank you. I don't want the clock to. Somebody help me get out of here. Send a joker to your feet. That's what I'm saying right now. Somebody help me get out of here.